Peppermint stick will make me sick.
But don't you go
Yeah, that's
for
better.
mistletoe.
That's
If you I pet, the flu I'll get.
But I have come to wish you some.
You make me shout, include me out of dang good Christmas cheer. Well, hey, Merry Christmas, and thank you so much for joining us today for the church online. It's going to be a great service. I'm so honored that you're with us, and I'm so excited about what we're going to be talking about.
I have no idea who this
we're
is.
going to be talking about a Christmas miracle, the story of a man named Onesimus. Now, before we get going into the message today, let me just say thank you so much for your faithfulness in your giving of your tithes and giving of your offerings to the Lord. You can do, if you would wish to give today, you can give by giving online.
You're the only one I show.
I think you're being Zoom bombed, and I would suggest starting over.
However you give, let me just say thank you, because together we are making an impact. We are sharing the good news of Jesus Christ with the world around us. And so thank you for your faithfulness.
I can't get rid of this
season. Now, before we get into the message today, let me pray, and then we'll have a time of worship. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you so much for the opportunity we have to.
Oh man. I think hello everybody. We're starting, and I'm what happened was that Susie Williams is our dear friend and sent several recordings, and one finished and went on to something else on the YouTube channel that anyway, I'm coming back to our friends here. Hi.
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 I see Mary Kate and David, and I see Lynn Feingold. Hi, Lynn.
Hi, Dave.
And Claire Sheridan, and Bob and Jean, and Connie. Some of these folks I'm not sure I know, but Mark. Mark and Edie. Brian.
Woo-hoo.
Hey, Dean. Good to see you.
Likewise. And David and Cindy and Gray. Woo! Cindy Callett, Gray Larson, and Terry Hansen, Evelyn Pinkerton, and Barry Warner. Hi, Barry. Jan. So nice to see you, Jan.
You too, Dean. Wonderful to have this here.
Howard or Karen, and Homer, Frank, and Francie, and Diana, and too many to even go on with Peter R. and Carol and Lorraine and Bennett. Lorraine and Bennett, hi. We have suddenly 43 people on this call. And
I have
it's a lovely thing. Jessica Mink, Diana L, Peter R, Don Miner, G, Marcia, Cynthia Baker. So I'm gonna get Lorraine and Bennett on here, hopefully unmuted, and say hello to Lorraine and Bennett. I'm so glad to be sharing this with Lorraine and Bennett. Are you there, Lorraine and Bennett? Not yet, but soon will be.
Here we are.
There you, I hear you.
Here we are.
Now you need to click. Ah!
Hi, guys. What a pleasure.
Hallelujah.
Yeah. We're here to have a big time. It's a wonderful thing. And are you wanting us to start a music piece, or are you set?
Oh, you volunteered, so let's do a music piece. Let me just kind of say hello to everybody, and thank you for joining us. This is, as you know, is just a big experiment. I'm coming to you live from Community Church of Boston. You see our banner behind, and it's kind of a quiet place, but we're gonna joy it up here. And Bennett and Lorraine already volunteered to open up with a song. So how can you turn that down? Let me say also that if there's anybody who wants to contribute here, I know that David and Mary Kate are going to add something, and I have a thing or two. Anybody else that wants to, why don't you tell me in the chat? Bob Jean Zentz from Norfolk, Virginia. Wow.
Well,
Wow. What a treat. And of course, Cindy and Gray from Bloomington, Indiana. If any of you would like to sing something, just put it in the chat and we'll start a list. I had several things prepared, but really, truthfully, the less I have to sing, the cooler it is. So why don't we start with Lorraine and Bennett?
Here's the smallest.
I'm getting really good at pinning you. You're pinned.
all right, here we go.
The smallest song. Come along, Christmas, let the joy bells ring. Come along, Christmas, let the joy bells ring. Come along, Christmas, let the joy bells ring. Welcome, baby Jesus, our newborn King. I know we cannot sing all at the same time, but you can sing and I just don't get to hear you like that. Come along, Christmas, let the joy bells ring. Come along, Christmas, let the joy bells ring. Come along, Christmas, let the joy bells ring. Welcome, baby Jesus, our newborn Mary had a baby, Mary had a baby. Let the joy bells ring. Mary had a baby, let the joy bells ring. You know what's coming. Mary had a baby, let the joy bells ring. Welcome, baby Jesus, our newborn. Come along, Christmas, come along, Christmas, let the joy bells ring. Come along, Christmas, let the joy bells ring. Come along, Christmas, let the joy bells ring. Welcome, baby Jesus, our newborn King, going out now. Welcome, baby Jesus, our newborn King. All right, come along, Christmas. We got it. It's happening. Oh, thank you. A little song. You can take it and make it your own. Yep.
Tiny little song. Oh, that's my favorite kind of song. Let's see. I want to introduce you all to Charlie Welch, who's our kind of technician and also president of Community Church, and he's going to be pinning and unpinning us as the open mic feature comes by. I am just so enchanted with everybody here and several who would like to sing a song. So why don't I start a list? There's Bennett and Lorraine who just joined us. There's Lynn Feingold. Lynn, and coming up would be David Dodson. He has two things. He had a little baby song that I love and requested, and he has a real song. So whichever one, David, you want to do after Lynn Feingold, go for it. Lynn, are you there?
I am here. Hello.
I'm going to find you and pin you.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. So I'm singing this song tonight for Dean because I heard him sing this in 1984, something like that, at a coffee house. And I fell in love with the song. And then I lost it for a while. But I recently found myself singing it in my kitchen. And I had to look it up. And I still have to look at the words. But it's Love Comes to the Simple Heart. Ooh. This is a Chuck Hall song. Love comes to the simple heart in the simplest of ways. In the face of simple malice, she will simply find a way. She will find a way to love, though that way be locked and barred, though uninvited in her wisdom. Love comes to the simple heart. Love comes to the simple heart, not the mocking or the proud, always slain and resurrected. Love comes to the simple heart. Love comes to the simple heart, though her pain remain concealed, finding freedom in forgiveness. No wrong against her she reveals, bound by her determination that retribution have no start, seeking out a new creation. Love comes to the simple heart. Love comes to the simple heart, not the mocking or the proud, always slain and resurrected. Love comes to the simple heart. Love comes to the simple heart in the simplest of ways. In an unprotected moment, touched by unexpected grace, and how weak our sad defenses, and how useless the facade, as through 1,000 veiled offenses, love comes to the simple heart. Love comes to the simple heart, not the mocking or the proud, always slain and resurrected. Love comes to the simple heart. Love comes to the simple heart, not the mocking or the proud, always slain and resurrected. Love comes to the simple heart. Thank you.
Lynn, thank you. Thank you for reminding me about that. That's an amazing song. Chuck Hall, thank you for writing it. If he's not with us, tell him I said so. We have other guests that a certain Evelyn Pinkerton. Are you joining us from British Columbia? Is that right, Evelyn, who recorded a song of mine called Salmon River a long time ago? Is that you, Evelyn? Great. That's great. Welcome. And maybe we'll get you on board to sing a song.
Can you hear me?
I sure can.
Great,
Yes.
thank you.
Yes.
I'll mute again.
Okay. Next would be Mr. David Dodson. And after that, why don't we put Bob Zentz on the list? Bob Zentz, so great to have you with us. This is just such a wonderful gathering, and I haven't even seen all the names of everybody here. And please continue to tell me if you'd like to add a song to this holiday gathering. David, are you there?
Oh yes, hi Dean. I'm sort of up and I can barely see what's going on up there.
As soon as I find you, I will pin you.
Here I am. Hi.
You will be big.
Okay. Well, we're in sort of worrisome times, and I have a country tune about not worrying too much. Sit right down and help me sing this song. It don't matter if we sing it wrong. Like a hound chasing down a raccoon, we may be in a howl at the moon, but don't worry about any of that. Don't worry about any of that. Even if the congregation says you're singing flat, don't worry about that. What do you say? I've heard it said that life is just a game. I'd like to keep on playing just the same, but sometimes there ain't no choosing if you're winning or losing. Don't worry about any of that. Don't worry about any of that. Tie score 4-4, bottom of the ninth, and the wrong team's up to bat. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about any of that. Don't worry about any of that. What time did they tell you to arrive? Did they say 4 or was it 5? You're not keeping it straight. Looks like you're gonna be late. It's 4:30, you're at the door, but the doggone tire's flat. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about any of that. Don't worry about any of that. The good Lord gives and the good Lord takes away. Things get lost and nothing seems to stay. Cowboys take it in stride. Come on, saddle up and ride, and don't worry about any of that. Don't worry about any of that. Your 6-gun shoots, you got your boots, but some dude stole your hat. The next door neighbor moved last night, and now you've got his cat. And even if you lost your license in the dryer at the laundromat, don't worry about that. Don't worry about any of that. Don't worry about any of that. Don't worry about any of that. That's kind of a cowboy song. Here's another tune, very short one. Oh, this is a Maine song from the coast of Maine, because that's where we are right now. And I just sing it for you. Wrote this myself. It's really good. I need to buy some rain gear, something to protect my clothes, 'cause off the coast of Maine, dear, we get some very rainy snows. I had to work on Christmas, hauling traps with my friend Ray. He's up from Massachusetts, guess that's why he talks that way. Sailing off the starboard side, that's the right, we saw this cruising yacht. The captain waved and passed us by, probably doing 16 knots, wearing a bright red raincoat. Ray said, you know what that means? That dude off had nose rain gear probably went to LL Beans. Thank you.
David Dodson from Camden, Maine. David, I so missed being part of your fall show this year.
I so miss having you there and putting it on, but we'll do it next year.
Yes, we will.
And this is a nice little sort of intermediate type thing. I'm glad you're doing it. Thank you.
David's annual fall show is
Junior
a
volume's low.
David's annual fall show is a fixture
Still
of
low.
the coast of Maine. Still low?
Yeah.
Wow, what's that about? I'll turn both mics up. How about that?
It's still low for some reason.
Still low.
I hear you fine.
How about now?
We can hear him.
No, it's loud at my end.
Okay.
It's okay.
Okay. Well, that last song I will have you all know is on my Christmas album that's on SoundCloud, and you can find it there. You search in holiday songs you won't hear at the mall, and it has that 30-second David song, Rain Gear. Evelyn, are you ready for us? Evelyn, how's the weather in British Columbia?
It's constantly raining or snowing. I just wanted to do a lighthearted song. I don't know if you guys know this on that coast. It came from a teacher, and so it's a song for kids. And I'm dedicating this to Lorraine Lee, who taught me dulcimer when I lived in Boston. Hi, Lorraine. It's so great to see you. Can you hear me okay? My mic just has one light on, so I don't really know how well it's working.
No, we can hear you all right.
We can hear you fine.
To spell Santa's name is easy to do. You write S-A-N-T and another A too. Noel, Noel, Santa's name has no L, and he won't bring you gifts if you don't learn to spell. Jack and Jill went up the hill, some water to fetch, but they couldn't find the well, and they started to kvetch. Noel, Noel, we can't find no well. It's your fault, yeah, right, and they started to yell. Captain Ahab took his crew, his harpoon, and set sail, and he called up to the crow's nest, have you seen a white whale? No whale, no whale, I ain't seen no white whale. 'Twas a couple of dolphins and a big yellow tail. Donald Trump's Christmas gift is $1,200 a year, but it's gonna go to childcare expenses, not beer. No ale, no ale, but all is not lost. It'll cover 1/5 of my kids' daycare cost. That's the end of this tune, and you probably can tell that I've ruined it completely. This song you know well. Oh well, I'll just say fare thee well. Merry Christmas to you and a joyous Noel. It's really wonderful to see all of you, and because I used to live in Boston and I really miss it.
half of the people on this call aren't even in Boston. They're all over the place, which is a delicious thing. And there happen to be 74 of you, which is just fabulous. We've had several well-attended events. It's also live on YouTube, so there's probably a bunch more there. I'll tell you that just the day before yesterday, we had the author and journalist Chris Hedges, who was just phenomenal speaker. We have a Sunday speaker series at Community Church, and you're welcome to Zoom in on any Sunday. Leave us your email address, and we'll send you the link. Before that, we gave our annual, it's called the Sacco and Vanzetti Award, to Daniel Ellsberg from the Pentagon Papers, and that was the Sunday before that, and very well attended event. And so this is almost up there with both of those. So pat yourself on the back. And I want to know if Bob Zentz might be ready to give us a little number. Bob, if I can find you, there you are. Just got to unmute yourself. Bob and Jean Zentz.
Is that going to be loud enough?
Testing.
Do you hear it?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
Right. This is a song that actually I made up on the day before Norfolk, Virginia's very first and last first night celebration. And this is not an alternative song, but for those who've spent this very strange and bizarre year putting up with the Fool on the Hill and all the excitement that has passed, it's goes something like this. It's one more journey around the sun to the end of another year. We think of all the distance run at the end of another year. So many times we've been around, we've been up and we've been down, and we've been lost, we've been found at the end of another year. At the end of another year, my friend, the end of another year. Oh, we've been lost, we've been found at the end of another year. And soon we'll be singing Old Lang Syne, it's the end of another year. And now I take your hand in mine at the end of another year. We speak of all we'd like to do, and we think of all we've all been through. I'd just as soon be here with you at the end of another year. At the end of another year, my friend, the end of another year. I'd just as soon be here with you at the end of another year. Dear friends and neighbors, gather round, it's the end of another year. At the end of another year.
There's a feeling.
There is a feeling in my heart. Mighty flame grows from a spark that warms the cold and fills the dark. At the end of another year. At the end of another year, my friend, the end of another year. That warms the cold and fills the dark at the end of another year. Between tomorrow and yesterday, it's the end of another year. Springtime can't be far away from the end of another year. The stroke of midnight, hear the sound, and when at last the ball comes down, it's the end of another year. It's the end of another year, my friend, it's the end of towards the end of another year.
You know, Dean, we thought we were going to watch a concert with you and the Hammonds, and we are looking forward. But how good of you and kind and giving at this time of the year to make it into a sing-around of old friends. So we thank you for that.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for playing that beautiful song. I love it. I love it very much. And don't even know where to go from here, but maybe I'll do one. May I? This is a O Come Emmanuel, but with different lyrics and different melody. I found the lyrics in the Unitarian Universalist hymn book and made up a melody for it. O come, Emmanuel, and with your captive children dwell. Give comfort to all exiles here, and to the aching heart bid cheer. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel should come within his love to dwell. O come, you splendor very bright, the joy that never yields to might. O come and turn all hearts to peace, that greed and war at last shall cease. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come within his truth to dwell. O come, you day spring, come and cheer our spirits by your presence here, and dawn in every broken soul as vision that can see the whole. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come within his light to dwell. O come, you wisdom from on high, from depths that hide within a sigh, and temper knowledge with our care, to render every act a prayer. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come within his hope to dwell. O come, Emmanuel. Knowledge with our care, to render every act. Why do we have an echo there? Hey, we somebody with a dog and with all right. Somebody, we have someone named Storm. Hello, Storm.
Hey!
You have a poem to share with us, do you not?
I do. I have a short poem and a song.
Okay.
And they're both original, and you know me. I have actually met you through the People's Music Network for Songs of Freedom and Struggle.
Oh, well, hi, Storm. Hi,
And
Santa.
Storm is my real name.
All right.
Okay. Christmas. It's not the presents or the tree or just the birth of another's child, but that someone would invite me in out of the cold night, clasp my for the moment ungloved hand, and let a smile thaw between my cheeks. Here's hoping that the path you walk is better than it's been. Here's hoping that along the way you make a lot of friends. Here's hoping that the sun will shine after every storm. Here's hoping that the love you share will keep you safe and warm. Well, the winter time is coming, and the winds are blowing bold. It's so easy to be sad now, so easy to grow cold. Thought I'd send some joy to you, whether near or far away. So I've sat down and wrote this song to brighten up your day, to brighten up your day. When the windows all are rattling and frost upon the grass, I pull my garments tighter and pray all will pass. Make cocoa on the hot stove, put more thick socks in my shoes, and watch pastel-colored sunsets of most impressive hues, of most impressive hues. Here's hoping that the path you walk is better than it's been. Here's hoping that along the way you make a lot of friends. Here's hoping that the sun will shine after every storm. Here's hoping that the love you share will keep you safe and warm. Though temperatures are dropping every day and every night, those snows already fallen have cloaked the land with white. Quite soon there will be flowers, the grass again will green. The earth will reawaken, and the countryside will gleam. The countryside will gleam. Here's hoping that the path you walk is better than it's been. Here's hoping that along the way you make a lot of friends. Here's hoping that the sun will shine after every storm. Here's hoping that the love you share will keep you safe and warm. Here's hoping that the love you share will keep you safe and warm.
Thank you, Storm. Let's see, am I muted? No. Thank you so much. That was beautiful. That was beautiful from Western Massachusetts. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Greenfield.
From Greenfield. All right. I am going to feature my beautiful, lovely friend from Venice, California, Susie Williams. Our beloved Susie, who we didn't get to see. We share time together every August on Swans Island, Maine, along with David Dodson and a few others who are on here. And we have a song from Susie. Hi, Susie. Am I just going to play your YouTube? Is that the best thing? Okay, I'm going to share the screen, and here we go.
So long, bye, Don. Donald, it's been bad to know ya. You're moving on. Even if they have to tow ya, soon you'll be gone. Take your cronies when you leave. Our new president has compassion you lack.
He'll get the Paris Accord on the track.
And I can't wait to see the old roses back. So bye, bye, Dawn.
So long.
So long.
Bye, Dawn.
Bye, Dawn.
No one here will ever miss ya. We're moving on.
Moving on.
We won't take the time to diss ya.
So long. Bye, Dawn.
Bye, Dawn.
You're no longer out at peace.
An influence dreadful you've had on our youth.
Where cheating is normal and lying is truth.
Insulting.
Abusive.
Unlettered.
Uncouth. So bye, bye, Dawn. You know, I don't know when I felt quite so jolly. Let's see, how long has it been? Oh, about 4 years. Yes, and we're going to get the World Health Organization back and respect for the post office. Oh, they got lucky stars. For your timely departure,
We gleefully root to think that your tweetings are going to be moot.
and you will look so cute
In your orange jumpsuit. So bye, bye. I'm biding my time. 'Cause that's the kind of guy I'm. The nose ain't fraying, 'cause I'm saying
bye,
bye, Dawn.
We're all for science. Bye,
bye, Dawn. No more deniance. Bye, bye, Dawn.
Oh.
That's so silly.
Whoops. Hi, everybody. That was Susie Williams. Thank you, Susie.
Thank you, Dean. That was fun. I got to sort of sing along with myself. That was fun.
It was fun for us, too.
This is a treat. Hi, David.
There's more Susie Williams on YouTube, and check out this enormous talent and even more enormous heart of Susie Williams. Maybe we'll have time to check out another one of Susie's holiday submissions. Let's see. Is there somebody in the chat who would want to? Brian Cartwright, would you like to share a song with us, Brian and Suzanne? Where are you? There you are.
Hi, Susie. This is all so sudden, Dean.
So good to see you.
I could. There's a song called Light One Candle. Ever heard that one? It was actually written by let me get the music out.
Peter Yarrow.
No.
Am I right?
Different song. I have to find the lyrics to make sure I won't forget them. What? Oh, Suzanne has the lyrics. Can I do one? Why don't you go to somebody else and I'll come right back to you?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'll get ready.
If there's anybody who wants to sing something, put it in the chat and we'll get you up there. Meanwhile,
I would like to sing something.
Oh, who is that?
That's Maria. I did put it in the chat, I think. Yeah.
Oh, Maria. Hi, Maria.
Hi,
Go
Dean.
for it.
Thank you.
Maria
Thank you.
Stephanie,
I'm feeling a lot better listening to everybody. This is great. Thank you so much. I'd like to sing In the Bleak Midwinter.
Hey.
In the bleak midwinter, frosty wind and moan, earth stood hard as iron, water like a stone. Snow had fallen, snow, snow, snow.
Yeah, I'll tell them.
In the bleak midwinter, long ago. What can I give him, poor as I am? If I were a shepherd, I would bring a lamb. If I were a wise man, I would do my part. What can I give him? Give my heart.
Thank you, Maria.
You're welcome. Thank you.
That's beautiful. Brian, have we got you on deck? I also was going to check in with Lorraine and Bennett, see if they had one for us.
I can do one for you now.
Okay, Brian, go ahead, and then Lorraine and Bennett, maybe.
Suzanne sends her apologies that she's got cookie dough all over her hands, you know, so she's busy with that.
Understood.
Ronnie Spector is who wrote this song. From the Ronettes, the Motown group. It's called Light One Candle. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Very good. Here we go. Okay. In a world full of darkness, in a world full of pain, all it takes is a sparkle, all it takes is a flame to make joy out of sadness, to bring hope to life, like the promise of the dawn on a long winter's night. Light one candle, light one candle, light one candle, light one flame. Light one candle, light one candle, light one candle on a long winter's night. If you light up the shadows, then you won't be afraid. If you offer your kindness, you'll get back what you gave. It takes one little candle to turn darkness to light, like the promise of the dawn on a long winter's night. Light one candle, light one candle, light one candle, light one flame. Light one candle, light one candle, light one candle on a long winter's night. Make the sun rise tomorrow with your faith in today. You can soften a sorrow if you just light the way. All it takes is a candle to turn darkness to light, like the promise of the dawn on a long winter's night. Everybody, light one candle, light one candle, light one candle, light one flame. Light one candle, light one candle, light one candle on a long winter's night.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Brian. Reminds me of a tune by a certain Cindy Callett, who's on this call, though we haven't heard from her, and it says, if I stood out in the rain night, my only light a candle 1,000,000 miles away, would you lay down your fire as I raised mine? Would you not kill again? And oh, when you're near me, oh my love, oh my joy, there's nothing ever to weary me, oh my darling one. Bennett and Lorraine?
Hi, hi.
Are you in a place to give us a tune?
Sure enough. The question was simply whether, you talked about that cherry tree carol. We had talked about it. And that's a good idea. That's a wonderful thing, but it also has that lecture in comparative religion that goes with it. So I didn't know if we wanted to do that until everybody was really captivated by something lighter. What do you think? Crickets.
Let's do
Where did Dean go?
Cherry Tree Carol.
Cherry Tree Carol.
You want us to do the cherry tree carol?
Sure.
One of my favorites.
That'd be a while, because then I
Go for it.
have to read this business too.
Sorry, Jim.
What key are you doing it in? What key?
C.
See.
Oh, cool.
Around 9 or 10, okay.
All right. After we do the song, though, I have to talk for a few minutes, if you don't mind.
Happy holidays. Ciao.
This is a very old song. The story is even older than that. This is a truncated Appalachian version of a medieval song, but the story goes back all the way back. And in fact, the story is it's a little bit older than the New Testament. Okay, it's a little older than the New Testament.
When Joseph was an old man was he. He courted Virgin Mary, the Queen of Galilee. He courted Virgin Mary, the Queen of Galilee. Now Joseph and Mary went walking one day. Here are roses, here are cherries. Mary did say, here are roses, here are cherries. Mary did say. Then up spoke Mary, so meek and so mild. Joseph, bring me cherries, for I am with child. Joseph, bring me cherries, for I am with child. Well, Joseph flew in anger flew he. Let the father of your baby bring cherries for thee. Let the father of your baby bring cherries for thee.
A few words spoke he, my mother wants some cherries. Bow down, cherry tree. My mother wants some cherries. Bow down, cherry tree. The cherry tree bowed down low to the ground. Mary gathered cherries while Joseph stood around. Mary gathered cherries while Joseph stood around. Then Joseph took Mary all on his left knee, said, "What have I done, Lord, have mercy on me? What have I done, Lord, have mercy on me?" Then Joseph took Mary all on his right knee. "Tell me, little baby, when your birthday will be. Tell me, little baby, when your birthday will be. On the 6th day of January, my birthday shall be, and the stars and the firmaments will sing with glee, and the stars and the firmaments will sing with glee."
Yeah, now you're all probably wondering what that business about the 6th of January was, and that's, of course, the 12 days of Christmas, but we'll get into that next year. What I really wanted to, very few of us realize that Mary and Jesus are very important in Islam. And in fact, we know that the prophet Muhammad is the latest and the greatest of all of the prophets. But the next to the latest and the second greatest of all of the prophets in Islam is Jesus, the son of Mary. We also probably don't know that Mary is the only woman who is mentioned by name in the Quran, which is the holy book of Islam. And she's mentioned several times. In fact, she gets a lot more press in the Quran than she gets in the Bible, I'll tell you that. She's a very important person in Islam, a symbol of piety. I mentioned that the cherry tree carol was a very old story, and so it is indeed. Around the time of the writing of the Bible and of the establishment of Islam, that was more or less the current story of the coming of Jesus into this world. And it's reflected in the Quran, the holy book, in Surah 19, which is called the Book of Mary, which I will read a synopsis of here, with your permission. Anyway, yes, and you'll see the similarities of the story, and of course where it's different because this is a religious text, and they were very didactic, and also it's translated from the Arabic, which is a kind of a cryptic language in a way. They don't sometimes say things right out; they talk around them. So here's from Surah 19, the Book of Mary. Mention Mary in the scripture, how she withdrew from her people, going east to a private place. And we sent her our spirit in the form of an immaculate man. She said, "I take refuge from thee in the All-Merciful, if you are righteous." He said, "I am only a messenger of your Lord, sent to give you a pure son." She said, "How can I have a son when no man has touched me and I was never unchaste?" He said, "Thus saith your Lord, it is easy for me." That's my favorite line of scripture, actually. Thus saith the Lord, it is easy for me. We will make him a sign for humanity and a mercy from us. This matter is already decided. And so she carried him, and she secluded herself in a remote place. The labor pains came upon her, and she said, I wish I had died before this and been completely forgotten. Whereupon Jesus called to her from below, do not worry, your Lord has placed a stream beneath you, and shake the trunk of the palm tree and it will drop ripe dates to you. So eat and drink and be consoled. And if you see people say, I have taken a vow of silence and will not speak to anyone today. And then she came to her people carrying him, and they said, oh, Mary, you have done something terrible. Oh, sister of Aaron, your father was not evil, nor your mother a whore. And so she pointed to him, and they said, how can we speak to an infant in the crib? And Jesus said, I am the servant of God. He has given me the scripture and made me a prophet, and he has made me blessed wherever I may be, and enjoined a life of prayer and poverty on me so long as I live. He has made me to honor my mother, and he did not make me a disobedient rebel. So peace is on me in the day I was born, and the day I die, and the day I am resurrected.
Nice. All right.
Now, if you later on, we'll find out, well, where did that story in the Bible come from?
And our friend Lisa Geiger, by the way, is here with us and did not fall asleep on the couch while you did that.
No.
So it was pretty
But
interesting.
can I redeem myself with a song now?
Redeem yourself.
All right.
Redeem.
This is the mean old quarantine. It's only got 3 chords if you want to play along. The chords are
All right.
are D, G7, and A or A7. It sounds like a lot more chords, but it isn't really. It's a dance tune, so it's a 2/4 time, but it's an 8 count. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Oh, that mean old quarantine just can't make me blue. I don't care if I never go anywhere, 'cause I'm so happy being stuck here with you. I know you feel the same, cooped up here day after day. 'Cause you tell me you want me to come too when you finally make your getaway. Well, there just ain't nothing better I can think of in the whole wide world. We understand each other like a sister and a brother, but we're dancing like a boy and his girl. When they say we're free to go, maybe that's what we'll do. But for now I don't care if I never go anywhere, 'cause I'm just so happy being stuck here with you. I'm so happy being stuck here with you. Said I don't care if I never go anywhere. I'm just so happy being stuck here with you. I don't care if I never go anywhere. I'm just so happy to be stuck here with you.
Somebody else's turn.
Yeah, now.
Thank you.
You me again.
Thank you all so much. Well, I gotta say that the stars in the firmaments dancing with glee got me remembering that there's some amazing astronomical thing happening with Jupiter and Saturn. And there's this amazing astronomical song that I have just loved lately. There's a couple of constellations on this call with us. You see, there's a group named Constellation that I've sung this song with, and I wish we could do an ensemble. One of them is Cindy, and one of them is Jan. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Jan. Sing along with me from where you are. It has a lot of da-da-da-da-da-da. This song is written by...
Liz and Jackie are here too, and Brett.
Yeah, Brett's here too.
Yeah, Brett's
the whole gang. The whole...
Yep, I'm here too.
Yep, I'm here too.
I heard about some newfangled constellations. There's oh look, up in the sky, there's Toaster Oven. Oh, and how about, there's Elvis. Susan Werner wrote this song. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. The moon is going to work. He is hitching up his horses, and his favorite team, of course, is big old Jupiter and Mars. Da 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 da. The moon is going to work, and his plow blade is a crescent, and the evening's warm and pleasant. And it's time to plant the stars. He will turn the rich dark earth of night. He will scatter sparkling seeds of light, and they will grow until they glow, and then the cities all will come to claim them. Who could blame them? So make a wish on one of them before they disappear. The moon is going to work. You can hear him if you're listening. There's a little tune he's whistling, and it's time to plant the stars. Da 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 da. Time to plant the stars. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Of the sky, working westward as the night goes by. And when he's done and day's begun, and then the stars soak up the sun like flowers through the daylight hours. And how they sparkle in the night before our very eyes. Is going to work, and with diligence and patience he grows the mighty constellations, and it's time to plant the stars. Da 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 da. Time to plant the stars. Da 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 da. Hitch 'em up, hitch 'em up, hitch 'em up. The moon is going to work. So there. We're in this auditorium here, and I can't help but tell you about how I have made use of this lonely place. It's turned into sort of my office, the whole place. I dread the day that I have to clean it up and there be another meeting here, which hopefully will be sooner than later. But what I've used it for is to empty out our basement of crafts from El Salvador. I realized in cleaning out that basement, you see July 24th of 2019, an enormous tree fell on our house and destroyed half of it. And we've been homeless for 11 months, came back late June, and everything from those destroyed rooms was stuffed in the basement. So I've been digging out and finally came to the strata where all the crafts were and realized that this was the moment to bring it all to church and spread it out. And I've been having Zoom bazaars. I know that it's kind of late to ship anything in time for Christmas, but you won't be with your beloveds in Christmas anyway. So what's time? I want to show off some stuff. Here's a wallet. This is a wonderful women's co-op from Teocinte is the name of the town. I go there in normal times every 6 months and take groups. We visit villages. I'm always looking for travelers, and I have an audience of 78 people here. Here's a little coin purse. Oh, you like this one, guitar strap. I have tons of these of all colors. Guitar strap. Sets of placemats. The cloth is from Guatemala, backstrap woven from the Asociación Maya. 300 backstrap weavers. iPad carrier. I could go on, but I won't. I have yoga mat holders, DOP kits. Oh, I love these. This is embroidered baseball caps done by a certain Maribel and her daughter Jocelyn. Embroidered baseball caps. Beautiful backpacks. Zoom Bazaar. Be in touch with me, and I'd be glad to give you a personal tour during the next few days of the entire collection. And it's huge. Ooh, here's my favorites. I end on this. No more shameless commercialism will you be heard from Dean. These are earrings. Earrings from a town called Santiago Atitlan. They're made out of ceramic and beautifully painted. I will put them right up to the camera. It's hard to figure out which hand is which. They're switched. Gorgeous little things. All kinds of little stuff. All kinds of embroidered shirts like this. And coffee, both medium and dark, just roasted last week. I have packages that I can send out, 5 pounds and 9 pounds in a large flat rate, 5 pounds in a medium flat rate. Hey, do we have anybody else who wants to sing with us? Brian. Go ahead, Brian.
All I wanted to do is show off my guitar strap from El Salvador.
All right.
Isn't it beautiful? And it's never let me down.
Hear what you used to say you wanted.
Not at once.
Dean, we have a Christmas tune to offer.
Neil and Joni.
Neil. Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm going to pin you so you're big on the screen.
Okay. These are Northumbrian small pipes.
And this is a concertina.
And the thing we missed most this year is that we usually play that in a nursing home with Bennett and Lorraine. And of course, that too is gone.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Neil and Joni.
That was
beautiful.
Oh, how a rose are blooming. There's a certain Richard Herman would like to sing a song, "Children Go Where I Send Thee." I love that song. But first,
good.
I want to read what our beloved. Where did she go? Cindy Callett says, "Thanks, Dean. We so enjoyed hearing everyone. Thank you for providing music to write postcards to voters in Georgia by." I wrote about 30 of those myself, Cindy, so you're welcome. And we'll be writing more. So go ahead.
Okay, I'd like, this is Richard. I'd like to sing a song in memory of Smitty and Sarah, Bill Smith and Sarah Gregory.
Of beloved memory, both of
Very
them.
dear friends, and sadly to say, they passed away recently. And so this is one of many songs from the season. And if you'd enjoy singing along, I welcome you. Children Go Where I Send Thee, the name of it. Children go where I send thee now. How shall I send thee? I'm going to send thee one by one, one for the pretty baby was born in Bethlehem. Children go where I send thee now. How shall I send thee? I'm going to send thee two by two. Fruit coop for Paul and Silas, one for the itty bitty baby was born in Bethlehem. Children go where I send thee, yes, how shall I send thee? I'm gonna send thee three by three, three for the Hebrew children, two for Paul and Silas, one for the itty bitty baby was born in Bethlehem. Children go where I send thee, yes, how shall I send thee? I'm gonna send thee four by four for the four that stood at the door, three for the Hebrew children, two for Paul and Silas, one for the itty bitty baby was born in Bethlehem. Children go where I send thee, yes, how shall I send thee? I'm gonna send thee five by five, five for the five that stayed alive, four for the four that stood at the door, three for the Hebrew children, two for Paul and Silas, one for the itty bitty baby was born in Bethlehem. Children go where I send thee, yes, how shall I send thee? I'm gonna send thee six by six, six for the six that never got fixed, and five for the five that stayed alive, four for the four that stood at the door, three for the Hebrew children, two for Paul and Silas, one for the itty bitty baby was born in Bethlehem. Children go where I send thee, well, how shall I send thee? I'm gonna send thee seven by seven, seven for the seven that never got to heaven, and six for the six that never got fixed, five for the five stayed alive, and four for the four that stood at the door, three for the Hebrew children, two for Paul and Silas, one for the itty bitty baby was born in Bethlehem. Children go where I send thee, well, how shall I send thee? I'm gonna send thee eight by eight, eight for the eight that stood at the gate, seven for the seven that never got to heaven, and six for the six that never got fixed, five for the five that stayed alive, and four for the four that stood at the door, three for the Hebrew children, two for Paul and Silas, one for the itty bitty baby was born in Bethlehem. Children, go where I send thee, yes, how shall I send thee? I'm gonna send thee to the 99 for the 9, well, F behind, 8 for the 8 that stood at the gate, 7 for the 7 that never got to heaven, and 6 for the 6 that never got fixed, 5 for the 5 that stayed alive, and 4 for the 4 that stood at the door, 3 for the Hebrew children was born in Bethlehem. Children, go where I send thee, yes, how shall I send thee? I'm gonna send thee 10 by 10, 10 for the 10 that never got in, and 9 for the 9 that were left behind, 7 for the 7 that never got to heaven, and 6 for the 6 never got fixed, 5 for the 5 that stayed alive, 4 for the 4 that stood at the door, 3 for the Hebrew children was born in Bethlehem. There you go. That 10 is enough.
Just waiting for those other two. Thank you. Don't you long for the day that we'll be able to be together again and have live music? By the time it happens, we're going to look like this.
Want to see? There's Suki right there.
I'm showing you the artwork of the amazing Richard Levins Morales, who I was with on a Zoom call a couple weeks ago. Let's see, what did I want to tell you about? Just leave your email in the chat, and we'll be in touch with you about upcoming stuff. Deborah Packard from Burlington, Vermont. So happy to see you.
Hi.
There you are.
Thrilled to see you, and thrilled to see others who I've never met, and to see the names of others who I have. Peter was here until just a moment ago, but I'm like a deer in the headlights for a song. We just realized all of a sudden that this was happening, so wanted to join in the merriment, and just wish everyone a beautiful solstice time, and time of returning light in so many ways. And a song that's near and dear to my family readily pops into my mind, and other people are very familiar with it. It's a hymn, but we in my family sing the Unitarian dub-ins from my youth, which have since been supplanted by yet other ones. But the song is very, very meaningful, and sing along if you know it. For the beauty of the earth. For the beauty of the earth, for the splendor of the skies, for the love which from our birth over and around us lies. Spirit of life, to thee we raise this our hymn of grateful praise, for the joy of human love, brother, sister, parent, child, friends on earth and friends above, for each tender thought and mild. Spirit of life, to thee we raise this our hymn of grateful praise. It's a time, there are two more verses that I probably would know at any other time of day, but it's a time of great appreciation and strong bonds that can't be broken, and the light that won't be quenched. And I just wanted to convey Peter's and my wish to all a happy, happy time of year and wonderful, wonderful times to come.
Deborah, hugs from afar to both you and Peter.
Thank you. And
Deborah
to
and
you,
Peter are just beautiful exponents of music of Scotland, like you wouldn't believe, and are with us each summer on Swans Island. Unfortunately, this year it didn't happen. We mention some beloved departeds, and those of you from Swans Island gathering are the only ones who would know about Kathleen Dinan, and her passing is really a big blow. Somebody that we will miss very sorely. Somebody who wasn't one of the performers, but was just behind the scenes to do anything that needed done immediately, and loved that festival like nobody else did. I would like to know if there's anyone else who would like to sing a song. If there isn't, I've got one. Can I do one? But I've done two already. You know, then there's a ton of people. I want to say, do a shout out to David Ludlow, who joins us from New Zealand. That's a beautiful thing. Hello, and to Alan Clemens, who joins us from way up north of Bangor, Maine, and just from all over the place. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. And on the subject of Vermont, which is where Deborah joined us from, Anais Mitchell wrote this incredible song. When we came through the cold. We came bearing gifts of gold, frankincense and myrrh, and there were trumpets playing, and there were angels looking down on a West Bank town. And he so loved the world, and he so loved the world. Wore we then our warmest capes? Wore we then our walking shoes? Open wide the city gates and let us through. A child is born in Bethlehem, born in a cattle pen. A child is born on the killing floor, still he no crying makes. Still as the air is he, lying so prayerfully, waiting for the war. Welcome home, my child. Your home is a checkpoint now. Your home is a border town. Welcome to the brawl. Life ain't fair, my child. Put your hands in the air, my child. Slowly now, single file, up against the wall, where we now our warmest coats, where we now our walking shoes. Open wide the gates of hope and let us through. When we came through the cold. We came bearing gifts of gold, frankincense and myrrh, and there were shepherds praying, and there were lions laying down with the lamb in that West Bank town. And he so loved the world, and he he so loved the world, and he so loved the world.
Hey, Dean.
We have in our midst Sue and Seamus from Orono, Maine. Hi, Sue and Seamus. They just muted themselves when I put them in the spotlight. Many beloveds. And
Hi, Dean.
Hi, Dean.
Hi, Dean.
there they are. All right. All right.
Susie.
Anybody else want to add a song or a thought or anything? I have more material, definitely, but and
Dean,
I was
have
hoping.
just a quick technical request. For some
Yes.
reason, my keyboards have stopped working. So could you or someone put where I can send an email to get on your mailing list? Because I can't type it in.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Would you be okay with giving it to us over the air right now, or would you like to?
I can do that.
Email it. You can
Or,
email it
or I
also.
can I can still cut and paste. So if you put it in the chat, I can get it, whichever you would prefer.
Okay. Why don't you just read it to me right now? Nobody minds. All 78 of you, right?
That's fine.
Go
Poet,
ahead.
Poet, poet,
Yep.
bearer, Bearer, @gmail.com. All one word. Poetbearer@gmail.com. And it's
Very
Storm.
good. Storm, we'll add you to our list. And anybody
Thank
else,
you.
just leave your email in the chat, and we'll keep in touch with you. We start our Sundays in January with one called "Singing in the New Year," and it'll be something like this because we kind of can't get an ensemble together here, but we can definitely make offerings from all our different places all over the place. So
Hey,
here's what I want to.
do one, especially after that last song.
Yes.
Yes. That Anais Nin, I'll learn that. That's gorgeous.
Aeneas Mitchell.
Mitchell,
Yeah.
easy.
Aeneas Nin is a different Aeneas.
Another animal, sorry.
Equally interesting, but different.
Yeah, very interesting.
Equally yes, exactly.
I'm thinking we do brightest and best right in here.
Sure.
And it's got a chorus. People will pick it up. And when Joni and Neil, when they did the concertina and the pipes, yes, year after year after year, we have played holiday music together in nursing homes, in churches, in concert halls. And this is as heartwarming and meaningful as any of those gatherings have been, Dean. Thanks.
Well, how
Really
marvelous
powerful.
to see like Bob Zenson coming from so far away.
Yeah, it's great. Well, this is a Appalachian setting for this song. Actually, the setting is a German setting, Reginald Haber melody, but there are mountain settings and sacred harp settings, and you'll pick it up, friends. Just join in. We're in the key of C for cat. Hail the blessed morn when the great mediator down from his regions of glory descends. Shepherds come worship the babe in the manger. Go for a guard, the bright angels attend. Brightest and best of the sons of the morning, dawn on our door. Redeemer is laid. Hold on his cradle, the dewdrops are shining. Low lies his head with the beasts of the stall. Shepherds adore him in slumber reclining. Maker and monarch and Lord of us all. Brightest and best of the sons of the morning, dawn on our darkness and lend us thine aid. Star of the east, the horizon adorning, guide where our infant Redeemer is laid. Yea, shall we yield him in costly devotion, odors of Edom and offerings divine, gems from the mountain and pearls from the ocean, myrrh from the forest and gold from the mine. Brightest and best of the sons of the morning, dawn on our darkness and lend us thine aid. Star of the east, the horizon adorning, guide where our infant Redeemer is laid. Vainly we offer each ample oblation, vainly with gifts would his favor secure. Richer by far is the heart's adoration, dearer to God are the prayers of the poor. Brightest and best of the sons of the morning, dawn on our darkness and lend us thine aid. Star of the east, the horizon adorning, guide where our infant Redeemer is laid.
Thank you, Lorraine and Bennett. Beautiful. Hey, we've got some more stuff coming up. Bob Zentz has a Solstice celebration song for us. Bob, are you there? Bob, there you are. Unmute thyself, Bob Zentz. Bob.
Unmute.
We are unmuted.
Oh, we are?
Spotlit and
Yeah.
Hi, Bob.
ready to go.
Bob and Jane.
Oh,
Hi. Am I in tune? So there's a long story that goes with this we know
Not too long.
Well, I'm trying not to, but we know lots of people who have set this poem to music. But Bob called me about 10 years ago when I was in California and he was living here.
What did I call you?
What'd you call me? Anyway, we put it together, but it was very weird because the poem is about the winter solstice in Vermont in the snow, and Bob had set it to a calypso beat, and but the text is kind of about doing the thing you're not supposed to be doing when you're not supposed to be doing it, but sometimes when it's nature that's calling you to do it, it is the right thing. So okay, calypso, winter, okay. But then we later heard that the poet who wrote this, he had been up all night working on an epic poem that he never finished, and at 5 in the morning he tossed open the door of the cabin and saw the light shining on the field brilliantly, and it was summer, August, something like that. And in 20 minutes he had written these 4 stanzas that maybe he's most famous for having written. So I guess Calypso is not so far off. Okay, that was the story. So Bob wrote the A part.
And my retort to that was that right at solstice, at winter solstice, a lot of people are thinking of something calypsonian to get them through to the into the next year.
So anyway, the last stanza, you all know this. You had to memorize it in grade school, especially in New England. Even here in Virginia, we've heard of it. So the chorus is the last stanza, and it goes, "The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. Whose woods these are, I think I know. His house is in the village, though. He will not see me stopping here to watch his woods fill up with snow.
The woods are lovely, dark and deep, and I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep.
My little horse must think it queer to stop without a farmhouse near, between the woods and frozen lake, the darkest evening of the year.
The woods are lovely, dark and deep, and I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep.
He gives his harness bells a shake to ask if there is some mistake. The only other sounds the sweep of easy wind and downy flake.
The woods are lovely, dark and deep, and I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, and I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep.
Robert Frost. Yay!
That is lovely. Lovely. Thank you. And I want to add a little tidbit. Robert Frost spoke at Community Church of Boston in like 1935 or so.
Wow.
As did a whole line of very prominent, well-known speakers. In the day, Community Church of Boston was the biggest church in Boston, met in Symphony Hall, and maybe 2,000 people might come to hear the likes of W.E.B. Du Bois, or Scott Nearing, or Thurgood Marshall, or Martin Luther King, or on and on. It's quite an amazing list. This church is 100 years old this year. Our 100th anniversary kind of got rained on by a certain COVIDian thing. But what's wrong with 101? That's a nice number. 100 has two O's in it, and 101 has two ones. So we're going to keep on partying here. It's really a marvelous thing, and we've gone through troubles and trials, but we're going to keep the flame burning. Leave us your email address in the chat, and we will send you word about upcoming events. And I'm looking for Steve Stan. Where is your rectangle? Steve is a brilliant dobro player and a member of the group Betty and the Boomers, and a mover and shaker on the Clearwater. And there he is. I found you, Steve.
Hey, Dean.
Glad to have you here. How are you?
Well, it's great. I'm doing fine. It's great to be part of this. Hello to Bob. I haven't seen you in a long time, Bob. Great to hear you sing. Yeah, I thought I'd do a song that Pete does, or Pete did, not one of his own. When my daughter was going to college a few years back, she would participate in the chorus and do the Christmas or the holiday Vespers performance that they had each year. And one year the group did this song, and I was thinking, this is beautiful the way they did it. It's a hymn, but we could rock it up a little bit and it would still be a pretty cool song. So hope you like it. My life flows on an endless song above earth's lamentation. I hear the real though far off hymn that hails the new creation. Through all the tumult and the strife, I hear that music ringing. It sounds an echo in my soul. How can I keep from singing? What though the tempest round me blows, I know the truth it liveth. What though the darkness round me close, songs in the night it giveth. No storm can shake my inmost calm. Into that rock I'm clinging, since love is Lord of heaven and earth. How can I keep from singing? Tyrants tremble, sick with fear, and hear their death knell ringing. When friends rejoice both far and near, how can I keep from singing? In prison cell and dungeon vile, our thoughts to you are winging. When friends by shame are undefiled, how can I keep from singing? My life flows on an endless song above earth's lamentation. I hear that real though far off hymn that hails the new creation. Through all the tumult and the strife, I hear Pete's music ringing. Sounds an echo in my soul. How can I keep from singing? How can I keep from singing? How can I keep from singing?
Thank you, Steve.
Well, thank you very much.
Beautiful. Beautiful. I've been that one verse out of that song I've been singing for 4 years as part of another song, and it goes like this. When tyrants tremble, sick with fear, and hear their death knell ringing, when the people rejoice both far and near, how can I keep from singing? Are you gonna be ready when the revolution comes? Are you gonna be ready when the revolution comes? Yeah!
Yeah, I've heard you sing that, Dean. It's a great song.
Hey, we've got Mary Kate who wants to sing a number that's called I'm Dreaming of White Christians.
Just white Christians. I'm not dreaming of them.
You're not dreaming of them? Okay.
But I just want everybody to know that I changed my shirt for this event so that I had my El Salvadoran beautifully embroidered shirt on here. Dean, thank you for doing this. It's so nice to see friends we know and friends we don't. And I have the most talented David Johnson on guitar, but you can't see him because he's kind of hidden down here. You can slide in, I guess. I'm dreaming of some white Christians, ones I'm relieved I did not know, who use trees for lynching grown-ups and children if their skin was not like snow. I'm dreaming of more white Christians with every protest card I write. May our days be filled up with light, seeing where we're morally wrong, not right. I'm dreaming of far-right Christians whom I do not well understand. When did Jesus ever fear the other? Oh, please come and take my hand. I'm dreaming of all white Christians with every lyric line I write. May true love prevail day and night, for all are precious in God's sight. May our days be merry and bright, and may all our Christmases shed light.
Thank you, Mary Kate.
Thank you, Dean.
All right. Hey, I've got a little paragraph to read to you from this book. Oops. It's called Children of the Days by Eduardo Galeano, my favorite Latin American author. And this is a paragraph. You should have this just by your bedside and read it every morning or every evening. It's kind of like a daily light or a daily lectionary. This is December. I'm going to read December 25th for you. Jesus could not celebrate his birthday because he had no birthday. This is actually called Voyage of the Sun. Jesus could not celebrate his birthday because he had no birthday. In the year 354, the Christians of Rome decided that he had been born on December 25th. That was the day the pagans of the north of the world celebrated the passing of the longest night of the year and the arrival of the sun god who came to end the darkness. The sun god came to Rome from Persia. He had been called Mitra. Then he was called Jesus. Eduardo Galeano, Children of the Days. We're getting on 9 o'clock, and how about one more from Lorraine and Bennett? Are we are we good for one more from y'all? Is if there's anyone else who'd like to contribute a thought or a song or a poem,
I
send
have
me
a good poem for near the end.
Well, we're near the end. Lorraine
Okay.
and Bennett, you want to hear a poem first?
It would be better after theirs.
Okay. You need to unmute yourself, Bennett and Lorraine.
Gosh.
Gosh,
Got
we really didn't think it through for the third one, but you know we'll come up with something instantly. How about Down in Yon Forest?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let's go
Spooky.
way back. It's going to be in probably D minor.
Yeah,
And this
that's,
is-
that's that whole thing about Mithras is why we have the Sunday Sabbath and all that stuff. Happened in the Roman army. He was the god of good and the god of the word.
C minor. Can you
and
do
all
it?
that stuff. C minor?
C minor?
C minor it is. Oh, what are you doing to me?
Right there. So this particular one, I hope many of you already have heard it, but it's carrying the story of a medieval remake, pulling pagan and Christian together the way so many of the songs did. Sorry about the tuning delay, but it's worth it. Down in yon forest there stands a hall, the bells of paradise, I heard them ring. It's covered all over in purple and all, and I loved my Lord Jesus above anything. Over that hall the moon shines bright, the bells of paradise, I heard them ring to tell us our Savior was born this night, and I love my Lord Jesus above anything. Under that bed there runs a flood, bells of paradise, I heard them ring. The half it runs water, the half it runs blood, and I love my Lord Jesus above anything. And in that bed there lies a knight, the bells of paradise, I heard them ring, whose wounds doth bleed by day and night, and I love my Lord Jesus above anything. Down in yon forest there stands a hall, the bells of paradise, I heard them ring. It's covered all over in purple and pall, and I love my Lord Jesus above anything.
Yeah.
Spooky.
Give thanks for living, thanks for a home, for time spent together and others alone. Thanks for a flower, a stone, the skies, the looks we find in other folks' eyes. Thanks for the future, thanks for the past, thanks for the bonds that hold us fast. Thanks for our learning from whatever's in store. Thanks for our knowing that there is more. More waiting in you, more waiting in me. Better worlds to form, better people to be.
That was beautiful, Storm. Thank you very much. And thank you all. Thank you all. Um, this has been a beautiful, quiet way to begin our holiday season. I love that I'm looking through the names here. Chris Keaveney is with us. I haven't talked to Chris in a decade or two, and he's waving. Hi, Chris. So glad to see you and hear from you. Hope all is well with you and your family.
Thank you.
Allison?
I've been following you. I've been following you, reading all your emails these years, but never got a chance to make it back up to Boston.
Yeah, well, you're welcome anytime, and come to El Salvador with me again, and bring the family with you. We're still making those trips in normal times. We go twice a year. Unfortunately, wasn't able to go in August, and probably won't go in February. But we're keeping the flame alive. We have our scholarship students, we have our many friends, we have the Women's Sewing Co-op, and we have the coffee. Oh, yeah. Jim Casteras saying hi to Jim up in New Hampshire. Tristan and Andrea. Woo! Toronto, Canada. What an incredible treat. And
what a treat for us to see all of you.
All right.
Great music and poetry and lots of love.
All right. And Susie Giroux and Edie Reese and Pat Westwater Jong, all my wonderful music and activist friends, Jimmy and Cindy, Jackie Dembski, fiddling away. Jackie, I don't know, you would have loved this past Sunday. I was playing music for this service that featured Chris Hedges, and I had a wonderful fiddler named Rob Flax joining me. Have you ever heard Rob Flax before?
No, I haven't.
Terrific player and terrific singer and sideman and multi-instrumentalist. Roberta Volante and Danielle, so glad to see you all of you. It's just hard to make this meeting go. Love everybody. David and Judith. Judith, we wish you well in your upcoming little health challenge surgery. And Wendy and Susan Powers, many names I don't know. Craig Knopf, thank you for joining us. John and Judith Felton, and many others I haven't seen before. So many. I want to finish out with a song that is written by David Dodson, and a song to remember some of our departeds, one of whose ashes I have right here in an urn. His name was Robert Datilio, and here is Robert. He passed away just this past month, and we will be celebrating his life on March 7th. And you can call and respond to this song. There is a land high on a hill. I am going, there is a voice that calls to me, The air is sweet, the grass is waved, the wind is blowing away up in the farthest field, Oh, walk with me and we will see the mystery revealed when one day we wend our way up to the farthest field. The sun will rise, sun will set, across the mountains, and we will live with beauty there. The fragrant flowers, the days and hours will not be counted, and peaceful songs will fill the air. Oh, walk with me and we will see the mystery revealed when one day we wend our way up to the farthest field. I know one day I'll leave my home here in the valley and climb up to that field so fair. And when I'm called and counted in that final tally, I know that I will see you there. Oh, walk with me and we will see the mystery revealed when one day we wend our way up to the farthest field. Oh, my dear friends, I truly love to hear your voices lifted up in radiant song. Though through the years we have all made our separate choices, we've ended here where we belong. Oh, walk with me and we will see the mystery revealed when one day we wend our way up to the farthest field. Oh, walk with me and we will see the mystery revealed when one day we wend our way up to the farthest field. Up to the farthest field. Well, thank you all for joining us. And anybody have any parting words?
We will
Or
meet
should
again. We will meet in person again. And if we don't, we'll always be in spirit together.
Right.
Thank you, Dean.
Thank you, David, and all the people who sang and participated and read and left their email addresses. You can leave yours and we'll keep in touch with you about upcoming events at Community Church. And you all take care and have a blessed holiday and have a better 2021 than 2020 was. And that's not a hard,
Oh, not
Merry
that's
Christmas.
not a hard thing to do.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you,
Merry
Dean.
Christmas.
Good
Thank you,
night.
everyone. It's great to see you all.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Bye.
I love you all. Thank you. So
Night.
beautiful.
Good night, all.
This
Thank
was a
you. Good
wonderful event.
night.
Thank you very much.
Big virtual hug.
Thank you, Dean. Thanks.
Thank you, Dean. Good job.
Hard to hit the leave button.
I know. Don't want to say goodbye.
I look forward to the next one, Dean.
Okay, Andrea.
Let me know.
The sooner the better. I'll keep you posted. This was great. 70 plus people. It's just, I had no idea what to expect. And
Look what you do, Dean.
What did turn out?
It was 80
I'm
something.
trying to copy and paste the entire chat. There's a fast way to do this, but it's going very slowly.
No, you can copy the chat. You know about clicking the three dots
No.
at the bottom? Oh,
Like the three
at the
dots.
bottom, very bottom, there's three dots, almost invisible on the right.
3 dots on the right. Record on this computer, record to the